Okay. Mine.
Curious feeling, knowing that you've seen something that no one else has. That you know something no one else does.
This flashlight sucks. There are modern flashlights that are better than this. Why do video games keep making such horrible flashlights? Visit the Apollo landmark on Luna. That was my room. Probably. This has a storage thing in it. So it's inaccessible, huh? You say. Well, well, well. How about I just cheat to open it then? It can't be the console, right? Caseless and calibrated Eon. That's what you have locked? Modified drum beat. Wow, that is awful. Why was that inaccessible? Where are all the liquor? Oh. That's it? That's all you had? Really? That's pathetic. Get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
What is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems, dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Alright, let's go.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
Other people have artifacts?
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
The UC Vanguard?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Legwork never pays off quite the way you expect.
You've done this before, eh? Wise words. If we watch each other's backs, we'll be fine. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
What did I get out of this anyway? Constellation have a salary?
You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have.
Got it. You and me until we get that artifact.
My contact is John Tuala. I believe you've already met. Runs the Vanguard recruiting office. He sent word that there's a Vanguard in the Sol system who picked up an item recently. Unusual metallic construction. Sound familiar? His name is Moara. We'll need to head over to Mars and see if anyone knows where he is. I'm sure the local bartenders there must know something. Ready to head out there? Or did you still need time on your own? Time to go?
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Yep, we're just gonna go. Okay, so I have to do multiple jump because I don't have enough fuel.
Approaching ship, you've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. And that's it. Enjoy that Aquila City air.
Tequila City. Just from one point to the next, baby. Gotta go through the main story. Unlock stuff. It's a new city, so it's gonna be tons of quests and stuff. Oh boy.
Any news to share? Hello again.
Mind if I ask some personal questions?
Sure. What is it?
Where are you from?
I was raised in Hope Town on Polvo. It's a corporate town run by Ron Hope, the CEO of Hope Tech Manufacturing. He likes to sell it as a utopia, a place where workers are provided everything they need for a happy life. But that's a lie. The conditions are awful for the average person in Hope Town. Almost everyone there lives hand to mouth.
Can you tell me more about Hope Town?
Hope Tech is a starship manufacturer. They make cargo freighters and other industrial vehicles. Most of them are clunky eyesores, barely suited for grav jumping. But people keep buying them, so Hope Tech keeps making them.
What was it like growing up there?
I grew up on the edge of poverty, like most working class people in Hope Town. My parents' wages from Hope Tech barely kept food on the table. For a long time, I couldn't imagine my life any other way. Ron Hope does a good job making sure his workers feel like they're being cared for. It wasn't until I got old enough to start working in the factories myself that I started to understand how bad things really were.
Are the conditions there so bad?
It's Ron Hope's fault. He controls everything that happens in Hope Town. Our entire economy is dependent on him. There's nothing stopping him from increasing wages and improving safety in his factories, but he won't do it. Keeping your workforce poor and plying them with cheap liquor at company stores is a good way to keep them around.
If things are that bad, I'm surprised more people don't leave.
I think more people would if they had the chance. But Hope Tech makes it almost impossible. They barely make enough to keep the lights on, let alone start a new life outside of Hope Town. That's why I joined the Freestar Rangers. I knew they'd fly me to Aquila for training, and I wanted to do something more meaningful with my life than building starships. I thought being a ranger would be a perfect fit, but it didn't turn out like I was expecting. Boarding the ship to leave Hope Town might be the best thing that happened to me while I was a deputy.
How was working with the Rangers different than you were expecting?
In the stories I heard growing up, the Rangers were always described as the ultimate champions of justice in the galaxy. But if you've spent any time in the Freestar Collective, it's obvious that they haven't even made a dent in the problems there. Just look at Neon. Poverty and crime are all over the city, but the Rangers barely bothered to patrol it. Learning that made me reconsider my opinion of them.
Sorry to hear that leaving Hopetown wasn't what you expected.
No apology needed, huh? It's not your fault. For all that working with the Rangers wasn't for me, I still learned a lot. It was eye-opening to see how people live all over the Freestar Collective. I thought the conditions in Hopetown were unique, but leaving Polvo showed me I was wrong about that.
How did leaving Polvo change your perspective on the Freestar Collective?
It showed me that Ron Hope's attitude isn't unique. The Freestar Collective is full of people willing to take advantage of others to get what they want. And there are barely any systems in place to stop them. No one to tell them no or punish them for it. That's the downside of the Freestar way of doing things, huh? No social safety nets. It's hard for anyone born into poverty to improve their situation, especially with people like Ron Hope and Benjamin Bayou in power.
Who's Benjamin Bayou?
He's the administrator of Neon. He basically owns the city. I like to say that not a credit gets spent on Volai Alpha that doesn't end up in Bayou's pocket. I feel sorry for anyone who has to grow up there. Polvo was bad, but at least we didn't have violent gangs.
You seem to have improved your situation just fine.
I'd call myself the exception, not the rule. Most people can't just hop on a starship and become a Freestar deputy.
Will you tell me more about why you decided to leave the Freestar Ranger?
The longer I spent with the Rangers, the more I started to feel like they serve the Freestar Collective's government more than its citizens. I couldn't make peace with the fact that an organization that claimed to stand for freedom and individuality let places like Hopetown exist. Eventually, the hypocrisy was too much. I made the decision to resign and move to the UC. It seemed like people there might share more of my views.
What made you think the UC was any better?
There's a reason the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective have never quite seen eye to eye. They do things very differently. The UC provides services like healthcare and job placement for its citizens. Those kind of things don't exist in the Freestar Collective. My opinions about the government's responsibility to its citizens seem to fit better with the UC's way of doing things.
I think I would have made the same decision.
It was the right decision, but it wasn't an easy one. My family is still in Hopetown. That was almost enough to keep me from leaving the Freestar Collective. But I had my mind set on finding a better place for all of us. I've been trying to find my parents a way out of Hopetown for years. I thought if I moved to the UC and found out things were better there, they might finally be willing to consider it.
Do you find what you're looking for?
I thought I did, at first. New Atlantis is clean and safe, and most of the people there are happy. And it seemed like the government was doing a lot to keep it that way. But my perspective changed after I took an entry-level job with UC Security. They stationed me in the well. I couldn't believe the conditions down there. It made all the UC talk of a perfect society seem like propaganda. The more I started looking around, the more cracks I saw in the whole thing.
Aside from the well, what else do you see that made you question the UC intentions?
Their treatment of the Sol system to begin with. It's one of humanity's greatest treasures, and they've let it fall into total disarray. The UC's insistence on maintaining a large and well-equipped military is also a bit off-putting. If they're committed to intergalactic peace, why do they need it? Those are the kinds of questions you almost never hear UC citizens ask. I think that comes down to good marketing on Mast's part.
What kind of things do you see in the well that change your perspective?
The UC makes a show of promising job placement and housing options to all its citizens. But if those programs exist in the well, there's no sign of them. Most people down there live in the same conditions I saw in Hopetown. There's crime and unemployment, and a lack of good medical care. It's nothing like the rest of New Atlantis. But you'd never know that from the outside, of course.
What good would it do the UC to lie to its citizens?
I think the UC government doesn't like people challenging its decisions, or remembering its history in too much detail. Mast did some horrific things during the colony war. They'd rather people forget about them, especially citizens who might start demanding a change. The best way to maintain the status quo is to keep people from examining things closely. Consistent propaganda is a good tool for that.
I never believed that things in the UC are as perfect as Mass would like to think.
It all seems just a little bit too shiny when you really start to look closely, huh? I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks so. Once the wool fell from my eyes, living in New Atlantis lost its luster. That's when I decided life in the major factions wasn't for me. The problems run too deep. There's corruption and division everywhere, and not enough people are willing to see it. I don't think that will change anytime soon. It seems to me like the only option is starting over, huh? Founding a colony without the influence of massive governments and corporations. Maybe people would be kinder to each other in a place like that.
What makes you think that?
I've always tried to see the best in people. I really believe that the average person wants what's best for everyone around them. I think without the influence of big governments and greedy corporations, people will treat each other better.
That sounds pretty idealistic.
We won't know until someone tries it, huh? I don't know why that shouldn't be me. I can't just sit around and watch the problems in the settled systems get worse. It's not who I am. But I'm not rushing into anything. If I'm really going to do this, I need to get a better sense of how people live all over the settled systems. That means visiting the major cities and looking at both the good things and the bad. That way, I can decide what things I want to keep and what I am going to leave behind. Good thing I'm working for a captain that likes to travel, huh? We'll hit all the major cities in no time.
Sounds like an adventure. I'm in.
That's an attitude I can get behind. Oh, I can't wait to see what the settled systems has in store for us. Let's talk again soon, huh?
Jesus.
What can I do for you, boss?
Ready to head out there? Or did you still...
Alright, let's go.
I think you might have some business.
What's the good word, Chief? We'll
I
catch
will
up later.
talk to you afterwards, okay? I want to actually do something before I spend another 30 minutes.
Word to them, watch it. Ships coming and going all the time.
You'll have a tech free?
Careful. Oops. I don't know what I just sold. Oh well.
That's not a problem. And you're free with the new reactor? It's still under manufacturer's warranty.
Yes. Can I get an invoice?
What'd you need one of those for?
Corporate policy.
Is it okay if I just write it on a notepad?
As long as it's written and signed, it could be on a loaf of bread. It's pretty dangerous out in space. I wish all the pods worked like Achilles.
Anything I can help you with?
No nonsense.
I'm sure you can find...
Goddamn. Wow. That's very unprotected fuel tanks.
Got a freighter coming soon. No time to talk.
Hold it. By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank. Folks might be in danger, so you may want to steer clear.
How do I get to Gal Bank?
It's just behind me on the right. The place is on lockdown, so you should steer clear unless you can help out.
Is Marshal Blake in charge of security?
Not usually, but he took charge of the situation because the bank robbers are part of the Shaw gang. The Marshal's had a lot of experience dealing with the gang, so he's calling the shots.
What's the trouble?
Well, all I know is there was an attempted bank robbery and things went sideways. You'd have to ask the Marshal if you want the whole story.
If people are in danger, I want to help.
I guess that'd be the Marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help would do some good.
Sam has told me so many stories about Aquila City. I feel as though I've lived here all my life.
You planning to tell me your demands at some point?
You find someone we can trust and maybe we will.
Like who?
I'll say everyone needs supplies.
You seem tired.
Exhausted, more like. It's just me running things here. Makes for some real long work days. Of course, that's in addition to the special orders, trade contracts, and supply arrangements that I deal with on a daily basis. I also work with the Council of Governors, the Trade Authority, the Freestar Rangers, you name it. Feels like I'm providing a service to the city while trying to run a business. So yeah, I don't get a lot of sleep.
Tell me what you got.
Take a gander.
Orion. Oh, that's a new gun. It's a laser rifle. Gimme. Hmm. Might as well just buy it. Infinite money. Why have it if you don't use it? Who needs crafting when you can just buy everything? Great. All right, you're now the richest man in the city. Hopefully, you're happy. So Orion is a laser rifle. Okay. So I don't need the Equinox anymore because the Orion is better. That's a spacesuit workbench. Do you not have a weapons workbench inside your weapon shop?
I want to do your business quick.
God, you're annoying.
The Rangers
Okay.
plan on dropping by before.
The hunter.
Well,
Oh, you're back.
Look who it is. How are the settled systems treating you? Make any enemies yet?
A few, but I've come out on top so far.
Good for you. Let's hope you stay on top then. Once you start making a real impact on the universe, there's always more and more people who end up on the losing side of your decisions. Someone always gets hurt.
As long as the person getting hurt is someone else, I'm fine by me.
You and I might agree there. But someone always comes along thinking there's a better way. That they can help. Take the United Colonies, or even the Freestar Collective. Both of them full of people trying to make the settled systems better. But that didn't stop them from fighting each other. I guess that's just the nature of things, isn't it? People start by thinking they're doing the right thing, and then your version of what's right collides with someone else's.
Conflict isn't inevitable. That's why you always need an upper hand, even among friends.
Why even bother? You can play the game of power. Call it leadership, call it righteousness. But it's all manipulation in the end. Better to just let people be. A single person achieving their own ends is at least honest. Helping people is just another form of control. Ah, there I go again. I was in danger of waxing philosophical last time, and now I'm knee-deep in it. I should stop while I'm ahead. I'll catch you around.
See you later, Hunter.
Seems we've got a little excitement on our hands.
I hope those people in the bank are okay. They must be so scared. I wish there was something I could do to help, but I'm a doctor, not a fighter.
What kind of doctor?
I trained to be a surgeon at the Corps, but I know a lot about rongoa and internal medicine too. My parents are doctors. I grew up learning from them.
I'm actually looking for a doctor. Maybe you'll consider joining?
Yes, definitely yes. I came to this part of town to look for work on a starship. It's great that we ran into each other.
Before we go forward, will you tell me more about your skills?
I obviously know a lot about medicine, and I'm an experienced botanist too. I'd be happy to help collect samples in the field.
Nice. Is your salary negotiable?
Oh. Let me think about that.
Who knows how long it'll be before you get another offer?
Don't think I'm desperate
Jesus.
or anything, but you do have a point. You seem like a trustworthy person. I'll work for what you're offering.
You're hired, Doc.
Oh, thank you. I'll work hard, I promise.
Jeez, Sarah Morgan? Insane. Okay. Look at that. Astrodynamics, lasers, leadership, botany. Damn.
I need to gather some supplies before we leave and say goodbye to my parents. See you later, Captain. Thanks again.
You're welcome. I'm gonna build the biggest ship ever.
All this commotion.
Shield system?
Things like
All
this
right.
never happen in Aquila City. It's been a long time since I saw a new face at the hitching post. If you're new to town, you picked an unfortunate first day to visit.
Yes, I just flew in my starship.
Aye, Captain. I am not surprised. You have the look of a starfarer. Do you employ a crew? I'd be happy to offer you my services as a mechanic. I have experience working on traveling ships.
Can you tell me about your skills?
I have worked with ships all my life, so I am familiar with most of their systems. I am especially good at fixing impact damage from combat or space debris. I also specialize in repairing shields. I think they're the most important part of a ship. I've seen firsthand how bad it can be if they fail.
I'd like to take you up on that offer.
Excellent. I am not a greedy man, but I have a family to provide for. Can you offer a fair salary?
Can you
Are
give
you asking me
a
for a
little bit
discount?
less than that? Yeah, yeah. Who knows how long before another offer?
Do not
Jesus,
think I
I
am
can't believe I'm
desperate or
succeeding on
anything,
these
but
every single time.
You do have a point. I will make this work, but I won't accept any less.
Okay, my clothes does give me 10% increased chance to succeed. So, and I think an orange means that I have like roughly 20% or 25%. So yeah, I can see it. I can pay. Welcome aboard.
I accept. Thank you for the offer. It has been a long time since I left Aquila space. I have missed working in the space lanes.
Okay.
I need to tell my family I am leaving Aquila City. Then I'll head to my post.
Go, go, go.
One of the robbers almost shot my bar. I thought the damn Rangers had put a stop to all this lawlessness. Those robbers are screwed. Marshal Blake's got them bottled up. Not great for business. But a heck of a view for the drama, I guess.
Kill Pirate Corsair. Is there a time limit on any of these? Delivery time 5 days. I'll take this one because it has no time limit. When I am done with the main story, I'm gonna have so much shit to do. I'm excited.
Does anyone need some first aid?
It has been so long. I hope you had a nice trip.
I really don't know how this is gonna end.
Security, the Shaw gang's making fools of us all.
You need to stand back now.
What's going on?
It's a hostage situation. Now please, get back, or I'll have the guards drag you away.
Sounds like you could use some help.
I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back.
Will you at least hear me out?
Fine. Talk fast.
They're alive at stake. Let me help you.
I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'm backed into a corner here. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate.
The Shaw gang?
It's a big group that hides outside the city and runs smuggling jobs off-world. They take in all kinds, rookies and veterans alike. Judging by their lack of preparation, I'd say this particular group is green as hell. Probably their first attempted heist. That should work in our favor. Right about now, they're probably wishing they'd just stayed home.
Sounds like they got on the drop on you pretty good. Pretty embarrassing.
Well, that's real damn helpful. Thank you. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one.
So what is your plan?
Without demands, I ain't got much to work with. About all we can do is wait and see.
If I could sneak in, I could take him out quick.
It might come to that, but first I just want you to talk to them. Find out what they want, and then report back to me.
I sincerely hope you know what you're doing.
Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending in a negotiator, so don't shoot.
You got my girlfriend in there.
I'm sure everything will turn out just fine.
Heads are gonna roll.
You're the negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong.
First, I'd like to know who we're talking to. What's your name?
It's Jed. Jed Bullock.
Good to meet you, Jed. I'm Bill.
Well, ain't you polite? So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us?
Because you're not the only one who's had trouble with the law.
I heard that. Okay, so let's talk.
What's the condition of the hostages?
They talk too damn much. Complain about everything. But as much as we'd like to, none of us has shot one yet.
Tell me your demands.
We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it?
How do I know you'll keep your word?
What, you think we want to stay locked up in here? Hell no!
That's a pretty tall order.
Then persuade the Marshal that it ain't. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know?
I know.
So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last.
It's not too late to end this peacefully.
What do you mean?
You might as well let the prisoners go. You think they're keeping you safe, but they're not.
I know. I'm not disagreeing with that.
What if your hostages have families? Do you really want to deprive children of their parents?
Part of me just wants to be rid of these people. But we need them right where they are.
The Marshal's going to keep those hostages safe, safe whatever it takes. Let them go before he has to take drastic actions against you.
Yeah, I feel bad for those people. They didn't ask for this. Nobody's been hurt, so maybe the judge won't come down too hard on us. Yeah, I think this has gone on long enough. You go tell the Marshal we'll come quietly.
Well done back there. As representatives of Constellation, avoiding conflict is what we should always be striving to achieve.
Those guys are scared. I can tell. What's the word?
Hope you have a nice reward for me, Marshal. Because I just saved the day.
First things first. How'd you get the Shaw gang to stand down?
You didn't think I could do it?
To be honest, no, I didn't. The Shaw gang isn't known for backing down. Good thing these were rookies. If we'd been dealing with some of the higher-ups, things might have gone differently.
I convinced them it was the right thing to do.
Considering those are Shaw's people, that's damn near a miracle. Here, you've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material. If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
Shimon, baby. Aquila City is lucky that Hope Tech still deals with them after the reception I've gotten. I come here offering business, employment opportunities, and they practically spit in my face.
What do you do at Hope Tech?
I'm a senior vice president. Cut my teeth with mineral acquisitions for some of the pricier things we need for the ships. I was really looking forward to having my own region to manage. But now...
Maybe you did something wrong.
Me? I did something wrong. Let me explain. So Ron Hope assigns me to Aquila City, and I'm excited, right? Could be a plum assignment. But I need a place to sleep here, so I bought some prime real estate for me and my girl. And damn it, you'd think I plowed through a sacred burial site. Listen, I'm not the one selling some priceless historical manor. That's not on me.
How's it historical?
That's just the thing, isn't it? It's not really. All the manors on the core were built by the founders. But this isn't some sort of sacred ground, right? It's just housing. And the owners before, some nobody third-tier family. But it's the core. Like I care.
Maybe you should try and back out and get a new house.
And give them the satisfaction? Never. Thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a better day than I've had.
Doesn't sound like you care much about whether people like you or not.
You're damn right I don't. In fact, I almost feel sorry for them. Bunch of wrong-headed, judgmental, backward-looking dust wranglers. That's what these people are. Every credit I spent on that house, I made with honest, hard work. I come here to make my way, and this is how they treat me. I can tell they're all hoping I sell and move out, but the hell with that. I'm gonna stay here and stick it to them all. Make them suffer.
Can you tell me why people have a problem with you?
I committed the great sin. The fact it was in the core is apparently everyone seems to think.
Okay.
Well, if people don't...
Well, that was fun.
One of the few good people on this miserable rock. If those bastards so much as laid a hand on you...
No, nothing like that happened. They were more scared than we were.
Okay, good.
Glad that's over with.
Rock tomorrow
I think I've seen enough of the Shaw gang to last a lifetime. Glad you showed up when you did.
All right. Well, guys, that is going to be it for today. We're going to save it here, and we'll continue this tomorrow as we explore this town. What is this place called? Aquila City. And look at that. We got like a few places outside. All right. Which I probably won't go to, honestly, because they're all randomly generated and there's no reason for me to go to them. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.